It's 2016, and you don't know where we've been for the last 2 weeks, but we're back, and it doesn't matter. 1,000 returns, almost the same as Chris Jericho. This is Levels of Wrestling. You're listening to LoWdown, and tonight you joined the Four Horsemen. Krista's going to join us, and who knows, the Bag of Bones Aaron might join in as well. Don't forget, guys, if you're listening here, you can head over to YouTube, give us a like, share, and subscribe. Head over to Podbean, you can get us there too, along with the Ringside Ramblers, Mind of Carnage, Just Saying Wrestling podcast. I would have said I got that wrong. And you can hear Rant with Ant as well. When you're done there, head over to iTunes, just get us there. And if you're liking our shows, head over to tpublic.com/users/Levels of Wrestling, and you can hear us. And buy a t-shirt, or a phone case, or a jumper.
Or anything.
Or we've got anything, yeah.
Craig needs
Guys, how are we doing? It feels like we've done this for so long.
What's a jumper?
Yeah, we haven't done this since last year.
You can leave now.
Hey, thanks, folks. Yeah, this will be the last episode of Levels of Wrestling. Now, what's a jumper?
A jumper is something that makes Roman look strong.
A jumper, it's almost like a hoodie, but no.
It's a sweater.
Oh, okay, so I wanted you to say a sweater instead of a jumper.
Using all these like
well, I don't know, but Chris said sweater wrong as well.
No, he said sweater, right?
You gotta miss the T.
Sweater?
Yeah, it's the sweater.
A sweater? Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, see? So how are we doing anyway? It feels like a while since we've all been on the same show. Everyone getting good with their shows at the same time?
Super.
Yes, our show. Yeah, you forgot to mention the Wrestle Addict, but that's okay.
Did it get too good at the end?
Me and Paul will just go fuck ourselves real quick.
Yeah, dude.
You could just fuck each other, that'd be easier.
No, man, I really would.
No,
well, you got the Asian camera now, so...
No, I have a complaint about my show. We have this dickhead who runs it called Craig. You might know him. Bit of an asshole.
Do you know what? I hear this Craig guy is an asshole, but he's going to pull his finger out his asshole. So we're going to get things a lot done quicker, probably get English speaking better.
Your grammar is appalling.
Hey, yo, Big Craig, this motherfucker can't speak English.
Hey, yo, Big Craig, sounds like you got marbles in his mouth or something.
Mate, that's dick. That's not marbles. Anyway, this week's Raw. Not a lot happened, but stuff that did happen was kind of interesting.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna start off with fucking Raw?
Wrestle Kingdom 10 happened, and we're starting with Raw.
I got plenty to talk about.
Or
right,
not even
Paul,
that, or at least
roll
the
away.
rumor?
Wrestle Kingdom me up.
Let's get
okay.
this. How
Paul's
about we get
looking... Go.
How about we get the shit out of the way first and save the good stuff for later?
That's good.
That's not how you hook the fans. No, you start off with talking about the rumors of the people possibly coming in.
Oh, hell yeah.
There we go.
Well, let's do it then. Who are we calling first? Styles, Nakamura, Gallows, or Anderson? Who shows up first?
Styles.
Rumble.
It shouldn't be Styles, but it'll be Styles.
Who should it
Chris,
be?
why shouldn't it be Styles?
The reason I say it shouldn't be is you do this thing with Balor whereby Balor versus Zayn at Dallas, you have the loser leaves NXT. On the Raw after Mania, you would have the Bullet Club come up, and when I say the Bullet Club, I include AJ in that. I would have Balor, AJ, Gallows, and Anderson all turn up on Raw together.
I like the idea of debuting together. I do. But AJ Styles is a star in his own, so that's huge for him to show up at the Rumble.
True.
Yeah, he's not instantly identifiable with the Bullet Club. I mean, he's AJ fucking Styles.
Exactly.
He doesn't need those three. Sorry, Cade, go ahead, buddy.
No, but my thing. WWE can't even use the Bullet Club. That's copyrighted from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, so
It'll be Balor Club. Exactly.
Yeah, the Balor Club. Yeah.
Yeah, which sounds really self-serving and douchey. So think of a different name, fellas. And while you're at it,
It's Balor.
Yeah, and while you're at it, don't bring in Gallows and Anderson. There. Don't do that either.
Gallows is going to go back to his original gimmick. When the ring bell goes, he goes insane. That's the
Yeah, they'll have him as Slayer.
No, he'll be straight edge because he'll be weaned off the drugs.
That's based off how way he looks. I don't think it is.
Nope.
Yeah, well, that always has been debatable.
I just think I really like the idea I saw online last night is that you have Bullet Club Run Wild and the Shield reunites. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that the Shield is 3 main event fucking guys.
Yeah.
Baylor Club or whatever it's gonna be is a midget and a tag team.
It would work if you had AJ Styles in it because it does give you a main event player.
Yeah, but none of those guys leap off the page like a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins does. So, I mean, it's not even comparable. You put them in NXT and let them run wild, fine.
I love how you left Ambrose off that list of people who would jump out at you. To be honest, I would argue that even Rollins and Reigns don't really jump out at anyone. I would argue the fact that what it comes down to is booking. If you booked the Balor Club, Bullet Club, whatever the hell you want to call them, the way similar to the Nexus were, they come in, they tear shit up, they don't care. I don't give a crap who's a member of it. It's going to be awesome. I'd want to see the match of the Shield versus the guys who are screwing things up, regardless of who's actually in it.
I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm going to go with Chris's idea a little bit. You have the whole loser leaves NXT thing. But you have Zayn gets screwed. So you have, the Balor Club, sorry.
Balor.
Say Finn Balor.
That motherfucker can't even say his
whatever you
name.
want to call him. You have it done that way.
It's true.
So
I like Paul.
no?
The guy can't. No, we can hear you.
No? Cool.
No.
Nope, go fuck yourself.
Thanks. Will someone take over a second? Just we'll have a quick tech issue.
Yeah,
here?
well, all I want to say, honestly, let's do something I was thinking about when we're on this topic. What would be your dream match of these guys coming over? I know a lot of people are saying Nakamura and Bryan.
Yeah.
I love Nakamura. I'm a Nakamura mark. I want Styles versus Rollins. I feel like that would steal any main event.
No, Styles and Rollins would steal an event, and one of the reasons why a lot of people are crazy about of Nakamura and Daniel Bryan is because he's actually gone to Twitter and said yes, anytime and anywhere, which is like, oh my god, just release the guy, let them fight.
Yeah, it's the same way that Austin and Punk was anticipated because they both wanted it. It will be the same now because everyone wants the fact that even these guys want it.
Yeah. I just think you have a 29-year-old or 30-year-old now stud in Seth Rollins, who's the future of your company. I'm always against bringing in older guys, but if you bring in AJ Styles can still go, and he can still teach these guys a lot about the business.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want him and Roman.
Yeah,
Oh, that would be excellent too.
That to me is going to be the fucking match right there.
Because
I can't wait for that. I don't even have the words for it.
I actually said earlier to one of my friends that AJ Styles is a guy who, for some reason, seems to be able to work with just about anyone.
Yep.
You could put AJ Styles against Big Show and it wouldn't be bad. It'd be decent.
Oh, he'd get a good match out of him. I mean, he got good matches out of Abyss.
Give me Styles and Cesaro. These Raw matches. You're like, Jesus, look at the whole landscape's going to change, and I'm excited until they ruin Nakamura and make him a sushi chef.
So here we go. Give AJ Styles any title and have him do open challenges.
Yeah.
IC, please. IC title.
It doesn't matter which belt it is. They both don't. Like anybody can tell the difference between them anyway.
Frankly, I don't even care if they need to have a championship belt on them. They can just go in the ring and deliver. That's the beauty of it. They don't need a championship to be able to be the highlight.
Yeah, but it's always good. The belt should always be the highlights, regardless of which belt it is. The belt should always be above everything else.
True, but if you have enough talent on a roster to be able to have one or whatever as champion, and the other guys can deliver on their own and do highlights, that's a great roster then.
True, but at the same time, you need to have the top guys with the belts. And I actually would really love to see Styles accept the US Open Challenge when Cena eventually wins that back, which we all know is going to happen.
Dude, I would like to see Nakamura and Del Rio for the US title. Honestly, Del Rio kind of mailed it in, but
I don't want to see anyone in Del Rio.
Well, I know, but I mean that would be a good stiff match, I think.
To be honest with you, if you look at Del Rio's indie stuff when he left WWE, the guy was good. He's a good wrestler in the ring.
I don't know. It's just a lot of options that we have, and who would have thought that we would be sitting here talking about AJ Styles in WWE and Nakamura in WWE? And the good thing is, they're probably not even going to NXT. They're going to be fast-tracked.
AJ Styles is confirmed to have signed an agreement for WWE, not for NXT.
Good.
I'm going to maybe throw a spanner in the works there. We were talking before about people coming into the Rumble, which NXT star we would see. I feel WWE would be kind of stupid if they didn't give you Styles and Joe. I know it's been done 1,000 times over, but if they're not going to do that at least once, I feel like Joe should be the one coming into the Rumble, and you can have Styles screw him.
How about Styles and Balor?
Nah. See, I just don't like Balor, but that's my own issue.
See, I like Balor, but they need him for NXT, unless he drops the belt to Zayn. But Sami Zayn needs to be called up before Finn Balor. That's just my opinion.
We need Zayn and Owens before anything else.
Well,
I don't want AJ.
I don't think Owens is winning the IC title back. I think that ship has sailed.
Owens is being made at this point to look strong for Lesnar.
I don't even see that.
I don't see that. He lost to Neville in like 25 seconds the other night. He should have went in there and fucking destroyed Neville before the match. Don't even let the guy pin him. Just have Owens go in there like a fucking madman and destroy him. That's how you build someone to look like a badass.
Yeah, but
they have to stop the match. You know what I mean?
But Vince is Vince, and they're also trying to keep to the character Owens has, which I can kind of see where they're going with it. They're going to book him as the kid who throws his toy out the pram until he comes up against Lesnar.
I can't see. Maybe next year. I don't see any money in Owens and Lesnar this year. The way they booked Owens, if it was the same Kevin Owens that came in and beat John Cena cleanly, you can make a case. What they've done since then, eliminates him from the Lesnar contention, in my opinion.
Yeah, they completely dropped the ball with Owens, and this is the issue that I have with guys like Styles coming in, guys with Nakamura coming in. I'm almost worried. I mean, we have talent in there like Cesaro. Cesaro can wrestle. He can wrestle. As good as, well, not as good as AJ Styles, but close. And you then have the issue of, is Vince going to buy the fact that, these guys are good wrestlers, but they're not my guy, so I'm not going to...
Yeah, and I mean, my thought was, you can have as many good wrestlers as you want, but how long is it until Vince goes, well, who's making the money here?
Oh, they're all going to be 50-50 booked. Sorry, guys.
I hope not. I know. And the more you say it, the more I believe it, but you have so much talent there. Like, why not use them like you used the Shield? When the Balor Club does form, or whatever the fuck it's going to be called, the NWO, and they come up, book them like the Shield. Book them dominant. And then that's how you develop single stars, is you make them in a dominant group, such as the Shield. Their top three guys are from one faction.
Book them as the Shield, but give them the Nexus feel in the sense that they're ripping things off.
Exactly. I would love an invasion. You just have fucking everyone from New Japan come in and take over shit.
I wouldn't even want that. I would want an NXT invasion.
Can you guys see Nakamura being on the Balor Club?
No.
Yeah.
No, he can't be.
He can't be. I mean, it would help him because he wouldn't have to speak much.
Yeah, that's the problem though. Is that we got all these good working midgets. None of them can fucking talk. I mean, Carl Anderson's going to be the best talker. He's going to be the mouthpiece. Get the fuck out. I mean, people are really overvaluing all these guys. AJ Styles is the money guy. Nakamura, a lot of people just know the name. They don't know the work. And he's been lazy as fuck for the past
But to
year.
sell in Japan, sell the network in Japan, you need a Japanese star, and that's why they signed Nakamura. They must not see it in Kenta, but they signed Nakamura, and Kenta didn't get the fast push to the main roster, so obviously they see some kind of star power, some kind of draw in Nakamura. I can't see them book him horribly. Down the road, probably, yes, but
Nakamura's bigger. So.
That's not actually true. What was actually meant to happen is Kenta was actually meant to come up before even Zayn did, but because of the injury, he got written off.
Yeah.
Nakamura is about to become Asuka's big brother.
I just hope they don't let Nakamura have the charisma that got him over in the first place. I feel like they're going to try to capture that, and it's going to work terribly. They're not going to let him be genuine.
But here's my issue though, is that you got to look at both promotions. WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling are very different type of style of promotions. My fear is that they're going to come in and all of a sudden force the WWE style on these guys, and it won't go anywhere.
AJ will adapt fine.
AJ has the WWE style.
I mean more of Nakamura himself, not AJ.
Right.
AJ will be fine. I understand that.
Anyone who works strong style, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, but I mean, even that's kind of overblown. I mean, he hasn't even really worked that in like 4 years. I mean, he's lazy. He really is, and he's an old 36.
The more you said that, and I just got onto Nakamura really this year, and I've watched older matches, of course.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the difference.
I went back and watched some matches this year. Besides Wrestle Kingdom 9 and Wrestle Kingdom 10, he Del Rio'd the whole year.
Yep, damn right he did.
Honestly.
He still has that name value, and he still has charisma, and I would like to think that he's going to accept this as a challenge.
But he showed he could still do it. You give him the right opponent.
Oh, yeah, we can.
You put him and Cena in there. That's what I want to see.
I want to see Styles and Cena. Give me Styles and Cena right off the bat.
I actually said I would love to see Styles debut. If he debuts in the Rumble, I'd like to see his Raw debut as an open challenge for the US title.
Is Cena going for the US title at Rumble? I fell asleep Monday night.
Probably.
No, I don't think so.
At
So
this
the
point
only
in time,
confirmed
no.
match, it's the IC title. It's the only confirmed match.
Hello, guys.
Well, he made it.
Hold on, who the fuck is that?
Whoa!
It's a guy who has not appeared in a while.
Oh my god, I know that shaky voice anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, before we go any further, we got a couple of matches sent in, like ideas for matches.
Yeah.
So we've got Nakamura versus Bryan. You've got Gallows and Anderson versus the Wyatt family. An Iron Man match for Styles and Itami or Balor. You got Joe versus Nakamura, and the final one was Cena and Styles.
I like Joe Nakamura. You know what? I do like Balor Club versus the Wyatts. When that happened, that would be cool.
I just want to see a Raw match with AJ Styles versus Luke Harper. Luke Harper loses, but
the Wyatt and
You fucking genius.
the Wyatt and the Balor Club are why I wanted there to be 4 members of the Balor Club, and that's why I said to introduce Styles with them. Because that way you have 4 members, you can straight away have the Wyatts versus.
You could easily have Styles debut, and then when Balor gets called up, that could be the big thing after Mania is the Balor Club or Bullet Club, whatever they're going to be called, comes in, and Styles then joins them against the Wyatts.
Yeah.
Yes, Styles has to be he has to debut as an independent. That's how I see that right now.
I can kind of see that actually. Yeah. Otherwise, he will get lost in the mix. And every wrestling fan, even you're a casual fan, because TNA was popular back in the day, knows the name AJ Styles. Now, I hope they don't bring him in and call him like J.A. Stylish or whatever. He has rights to his name, not TNA, so he will be using that.
Well, I figured he goes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, uses the same name. There's actually an idea going around on Twitter. Actually, not Twitter. It's Jeremy. If you guys follow him, he watches our stuff. Let's go, Jeremy.
He's actually going to be the new writer
on the street.
He's going to be a new writer for the Wrestle Addict. So shout out to Jeremy.
There you go. He actually came up with an interesting idea. Whereas when Hideo Itami got attacked in the parking lot, well, they could actually go saying when he comes back, it's actually Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows that attacks him.
I like that. I really like that.
Then they turn on Hideo Itami. And the Balor
that's really good.
And you get heel Balor, which would work so much better.
Well, I cannot see the Balor Club working as face. They have to be heel.
No.
Of course.
And this is why I said have something like Balor versus Zayn, because Zayn is the ultimate face of NXT. And, there's no better way to do it, really. You have the big face and have the second big face and turn him heel.
I'm good with. I want Zayn to get up to the roster soon, because I really feel like they could use him right now and do something cool with him.
Yeah, Zayn is needed for. Well, yeah, Zayn is needed.
You know what? But then there's a lot of question.
He just has unfinished business. So.
No, when you guys are bringing in so many big names to NXT and starting to take it on the road and starting to do this, can you really start calling it developmental?
No, you can't. If you have bullets in there.
It hasn't been referred to as developmental for over 6 months. I've actually been.
That is not true.
That's not true. Triple H just said it in his conference call last month. It's still a developmental territory.
Well,
you have fucking Samoa Joe there. That's not development. What are you developing Samoa Joe and Rhino?
I think
he's talked about it before though. He's compared it to college football. Like,
I think
it's its own thing that makes money, but it is a feeder system still.
I think the issue that they've got right now is that they class NXT as NXT. They're not looking at the TV show NXT and separating it from the people that are backstage that we don't see on TV in the live events. I feel like NXT, the show, isn't developmental, but NXT, the system, probably is.
Well, there's a difference. For me, I see NXT as a promotion. The Performance Center is a developmental institute. That is on itself. But the NXT itself, the brand, the shows, the live events, everything is its own promotion now.
Yes.
That's how I see that going.
That's exactly how I see it. I've also noticed that they no longer brand it as WWE NXT. They only call it NXT. They are advertising it as its own brand, not as WWE.
Here's your question. When we're on NXT, what one person on that roster do you think should be brought up to WWE if they're bringing someone up today? They're calling someone up today. What superstar would you want to see and why?
Zayn versus Owens.
Corbin. Now, that's only because if they leave Corbin in NXT, he's going to get lost when they bring all those guys in.
Yeah. I say Asuka because I feel like you want a spark in the women's division. That girl comes up, whoops some ass, and it makes the women's division worth watching.
It is mesmerizing to watch her in the ring. I have to say, I am a huge Asuka fan, like Mark now. Amazing talent. Amazing.
See,
I agree with you, Ant.
I heard an idea earlier today that bring Bayley up the Raw after Mania, have Sasha win the title, then have a year-long feud. Like back burner sort of thing. Like you don't obviously shove it down everyone's throats, but a back burner, Bayley and Sasha Banks, build it for a year and have it next Mania. Because I feel like Bayley has the opportunity to be the Cena of the women's division. Whether or not that's done because of the booking, I'm not sure if people are going to buy that.
That's the thing. You can bring Bayley up and have her be this go-lucky charm. Then you bring Asuka up like, I'm going to tear your fucking head off.
Well, Bayley's really needed down there. I mean, she's getting all these other girls ready, which is more important than them being brought up to the main roster and to look like an idiot.
By far, yeah.
You know, she has one of those mentalities where it's not just more along the lines of she needs to take the top spot. It's very John Cena mentality, where it's like, you know, here I am, but I want to benefit WWE.
Yeah.
You know, I like that about Bayley. The whole WWE benefits from that, and that's something that I like. That's a kind of a mindset that I like John Cena's in, because he doesn't care for himself; he cares about the whole promotion itself.
What's being said about needing them down there? I almost feel like Corbin's in the same position, because Corbin has taken, he's worked with Apollo Crews, and I know that Apollo Crews wasn't great. He's not great on the mic. He's all right. He's good in the ring. But I feel like working with Corbin, he's going to gain more experience from that. Corbin's been down there for a while. I feel like he's feeling what Tyler Breeze's job was before, of being not necessarily the top guy, but being the guy that people have put against.
The gatekeeper.
Yes,
Okay, am I the only one that sees no appeal in Baron Corbin at all?
I don't. My whole thing is, if you were going to bring him up, he should have been the new Wyatt member, grow his beard out. That's the only way it would work. He wouldn't have to talk. He could be dominant. I think he's improving. I just don't ever see him being anything on the roster. When you have people like Sandow and Cesaro not getting a chance, why are you going to bring Corbin up? What is he going to bring to the table?
Just because of the looks. Because he looks different, right?
You have Luke Harper. Luke Harper's the top 5 worker in the whole company, and he's stuck in the mid-card.
The problem you've got with Corbin is that Corbin, he suits the role that he's given, but the role that he's given is lacking. His character development itself is lacking. Yes,
he should just be himself. Watch Breaking Ground. It's so easy to not like the guy.
Hold on. Yes, I get that the whole lone wolf thing works, but There's got to be something more to the lone wolf part of things. You can't just have the lone wolf. You've got to have something to go with it, some kind of edge to it, something to make him stand out.
Do you watch Breaking Ground?
The guy collects skulls.
Baron
Fucking
Corbin stands out on Breaking Ground because he's himself. It's kind of like the whole Roman complex. Just let some people be themselves, and it's going to work better.
I think he's going to work on the main roster. I think he will.
I think he'll be better on main roster than he is in NXT.
Right.
I don't ever see him being a champ. I definitely see him being like that.
You see him tag champ.
Yeah, I mean like that kind of spot though before the main event, maybe brushing into it occasionally.
He
doesn't need to go further than that.
He will be Christian.
That works for me.
Yeah.
He feels like
exactly.
He feels like a guy like Rusev, who Rusev didn't do shit in NXT, and no one ever cared about him. And then he came to the main roster, and he matters.
I love Rusev still. They mishandled him terribly.
No, but he's still better
honestly,
than he ever was in NXT. He was shit
I
in
know.
NXT.
No, it's very true, and I really wish that they kept the whole the Russian brute going because that was a perfect gimmick for him, and specifically at that time. And that there's so many different ways they could have used him to, where I'm like, oh, you could have really made him the top heel in WWE, but everyone is too sensitive out there. No, you can't pull down the American flag because otherwise WWE has to apologize to America.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. There's a lot.
Yeah, we're not Canada. We're not Canada. We don't need to apologize.
Screw that shit.
Bite me.
But WWE did apologize when they did an angle with the U.S. flag. They actually had to apologize to their fans, which was ridiculous.
I know they did. It was ridiculous.
They had that issue with in Brazil where who was it that got kicked out? Was it Jericho or?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jericho kicked the flag.
I think it was Jericho.
Somebody then?
Canadians ruining it again.
Yeah. Fucking Canadian.
Bite me.
true.
Guys, let's quickly talk a little bit.
Bite me.
Are we going to segue into another Canadian? Because that was going to be perfect.
No. Oh, actually, yeah, we can. We'll talk Jericho. Jericho returned for like the 1000th time. Good
Oh
for your
god,
birthday.
and I gave a fuck less than I did last time.
I heard the countdown and went, nope, change the channel.
It's a shame. It's a shame because Jericho in WCW was one of my favorite people in the world. When he would come out and call him Gene Mean and just fuck with him, like
That was great. That was 20 years ago, though.
I know. Now he looks like John Bon Jovi. It's weird as fuck.
I thought he had like a really good run until he like left in like 2010-11.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. His match with Michaels. Oh god, it was great.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he comes back to Raw in this vest, literally with nothing underneath, and you're like, this is weird.
I like
His
that.
fashion style has changed. Well, it's because you wear one right now.
Touche.
I feel like old Jericho works better as a heel than as a baby.
Yeah, I mean, when he
came back. Yeah. He came back to help Roman and Ambrose, and they had the whole thing where he fucked up, and then he just pops up like everyone forgot. Well, probably people did forget about it, but he just pops up like, "Hey guys, I'm back. Royal Rumble time."
I have to admit, I was a huge fan of his heel run against Punk. I think that he works better as a heel than as a face.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can I just, when we're on the topic, remember when he was like, and remember kids, don't drink and drive in the middle of a promo. I enjoy a beverage every now and then, but I do never take the wheel. Like, why did you need to put that in a promo?
Because
so fucking bad. And then people were putting his picture of his DUI mugshot on Facebook. And it was great. Anyway, heel Jericho, who has an occasional drink.
You know what? It's one of those things where Jericho comes back here and there, just as much as Big Show turns face and heel back and forth. You know,
that's where their value is. Big Show's value is in the turn, and Jericho's value is in the return. So I mean, that's where it is. I want to see Baron Corbin and Chris Jericho as a team, and they just wear vests. That's what I want.
Genius.
That Chris Jericho Neville match in Japan, where Chris Jericho just worked at super heel, was like the good match. When he was just like bitch slapping Neville around and shit, like that was like the best thing on that show.
Yeah, that was my favorite match on that show.
Yeah, me too.
So, Jericho being back, good thing or bad thing? Let's go quickly. Quick fire.
Who cares?
Yes.
I don't care. Maybe they'll do something with it.
It doesn't matter in the slightest.
I hope you're listening,
Yeah.
Vince. I hope
No
you're listening.
one fucking cares.
No one cares.
Seriously, he came back and I
Mixed bag.
just went,
It's
ugh.
like if he's back, he's back. If he's not, he's not.
I'd have liked it more if they'd done the whole thing they did in 2012 where they had the vignettes come in.
Yeah, nah, no,
Oh no,
I wouldn't have cared.
Chris Jericho's back. Oh no.
I would care more if he came back and teamed up with the Big Show again and created Jericho.
Yeah, I would have cared.
I would have cared more if he just came back to feud with Neville to help Neville do something.
Give me Jericho and Dean Malenko as a tag team right fucking now.
Give me Jericho and Chris Benoit.
Oh shit.
What is Dean Malenko?
Oh no,
even
he
do?
said the B word.
Oh wait, we can't talk about Benoit on the air, can we?
Yeah, we
No,
can.
okay.
Fuck it.
Of course
You
we
can't
can.
hold everybody.
I'm on the show, so it's okay.
I mean, that was my favorite failed network show. Hanging with Chris Benoit.
What was your favorite Benoit match? I liked when he took on the Bowflex.
That was a pretty strong match. Yeah, pretty strong match. Moving on
There
quickly,
was-
we're going to hit some quick fire news rounds. Sorry, Paul, on you go.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought so. James Storm leaves NXT. He basically left to go back to TNA for 2.5 times the pay. TNA overpaid James Storm over NXT. Good on him. He took the pay. And you got if you're not caring about TNA spoilers, I don't care about TNA spoilers. You're getting beer money coming back. Enjoy that. Yeah, it's going to be a good tag team. Well, tag.
Beer money is one of like the 5 things I like in TNA.
one of the things that's left to watch TNA for.
Yep. Heath Slater and the Social Outcasts trending the most on Twitter out of everyone. This is not a good sign.
God.
This should just be bared in mind. You are the new Job Squad. Aaron, don't dare say you like it.
I just like that they're using people. Like
Kick 'em off.
They're not just being sent to do house shows. They're using their roster.
You know what really confuses me is why would you not put Damien Sandow to be the mouth of that group?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
It's coming soon.
I feel
gotta
like
come soon.
he's gonna show up. Like I feel like the only reason he's not in that group is if they have thought of a plan for him by himself.
He's sitting. He's actually doing a podcast right now with us. He's over there streaming from his living room.
Honestly, I would love if they were like, hey, guys, can I join the group? And they're like, no. So he's a social outcast, and they just have a feud
He
on
just
that.
follows them around.
Yeah.
They're fucking hilarious. Fuck it. But my whole thing is you have Curtis Axel and Adam Rose. Why aren't they called Guns N' Roses? Axel Rose. Right there.
God, that's
Fuck it.
amazing.
Fuck the fuck out of it.
That's
Because they
amazing.
would sue.
Oh, Axl Rose.
He's so high, he doesn't even know his name's Axel Rose. Get the fuck out of here.
He couldn't show up to the court case on time. He misses. This doesn't matter.
Where's Axel? Where's Axel? By the way, I love how that whole gimmick that he's been working on for months has just been thrown out of the fucking window.
Oh, yeah. Completely.
Where's Axel? I'm here, it's time! And their promos were the most uncomfortable to watch. I'm like, you keep repeating the same shit over and over again.
Change the roster, change the roster, change the roster.
To be fair, they are supposed to be social outcasts.
True, I understand that.
And
I
it's
found
supposed to be awkward.
and I found Adam
Slater was
Rose.
the only one up there who didn't feel incredibly uncomfortable.
I'm amazed with Adam Rose on his shoulder the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck are you
I love
doing
Heath
here?
Slater, by the way.
Heath Slater is my favorite jobber of all time.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yes.
I love Lamp.
When we saw SummerSlam and it was Heath Slater versus Zack Ryder as the pre-show, Stacy and Kevin will tell you I was super buzzed for Heath Slater coming out. Like the minute his music hit, I popped, and I must have been the only person in the upper section that cheered.
Well,
I mean-
but the thing is, though, is that he loves his role. He has the best time with his role. Unlike the rest of them.
He's one of the guys that's doing what he loves, and he realizes that he's gonna get paid top dollar to do what he loves. Even if they pay him to be a goofy son of a bitch, whatever, you're making $1 million a year to be a goofy son of a bitch.
It's true.
You're making $1 million. Get the
No,
fuck
not
out of here.
a million.
Oh, well, whatever.
You're making more than he is, Ant. So
Yeah, I mean,
look at James Storm. Come on.
No, I thought the numbers on that was like 250 or something. Like,
Oh, he's making $250,000. All right, you give me a job, I'll dress up like fucking Heath Slater.
yeah,
I have more of the Bo
seriously?
Dallas doughy midsection body, but it'll work.
I'm
God.
seriously going to lose my shit because this is the second time I've been kicked from the call.
What the?
I'm not kicking you. Don't worry.
What's going on over there? I feel like I feel like I'm watching the Blair Witch. Look at that.
This week at Krista's house.
Oh, look, is that Benoit
No.
hanging there?
Oh God,
I'm still,
Bo flex, more like no flex.
Oh.
I'm
Guys,
still at
let's talk a little bit about Wrestle Kingdom. Paul, go nuts.
It
What's
was
Wrestle
a
Kingdom?
fucking amazing show. You shut up and you go back into your trailer park and say hi to Jamie Noble for me. Shut up. This was seriously like one of the best. This is going to be the best show of the year. And it's only January. There's 3 match of the year candidates on there. The main event of Okada Tanahashi is legit one of the best matches I have ever seen in my life.
I have to get
just
I
the-
agree. I have
Just
to agree with
the-
Paul.
Oh, the story that they told was so unbelievable. It's been 3 years in the making, and it had just delivered. Shibata Ishii was incredible. If you guys love that's actual strong style, not this bullshit that Nakamura does. And Nakamura and AJ was a good match as well. It was probably like my 3rd favorite on the card. There was
I
a
know
match
who AJ
right
Styles is.
How
Dude.
stiff was that knee to the back of the head, by the way?
Oh my God, dude! I thought
They killed him.
I'm
I'm
amazed he's
surprised.
still walking.
Yeah, I'm surprised AJ's gonna be at the Rumble. He thought he was AJ Lee for a minute. He was sitting on the couch from Punk.
No, watch the Shibata Ishii match, and then you will see some stiff strikes.
I know,
That
I
was
heard-
nothing.
Is that the headbutt ones? Because I heard there's a match where there's straight fucking headbutts, and like my
Yup.
body's like, I had a headache after the match just from watching it.
Yep, it was insane. Yeah, it was just a great card from top to bottom. Not a bad match on there. Yeah, really enjoyable. The commentary sucked, especially Yoshitatsu,
Oh, yeah.
because he was
Yeah,
real
what's he
bitter.
doing?
Oh,
He
God.
was so bitter during Styles.
So bitter.
He was.
It's fucking Striker
By the way,
just is
let me-
egging him on,
Can I just point something out, too?
offering to rub his neck.
I watched the Nakamura and AJ Styles match, and during the commentary in that match, they actually came out to say, and the irony of this is that if New Japan Wrestling ever lost these two, it would be a huge hit to the locker room. Next day, they lost them too.
Right?
Yeah, can I
You
just
know
mention
what,
Styles flying punch? Maybe one of my favorite fucking moves in the world. It looks so good when he does it. It's just, that's how you do a Superman punch, right there.
But yeah, guys, I mean, New Japan just isn't, a one show a year with Wrestle Kingdom. It's go get the New Japan World. It's less than the network. Just go
I got
get
it.
It's fun.
From Paul.
I know you did. I know you did. Shh. New Year's Dash is awesome too, so watch that as well. So yeah, it was
Wrestle Kingdom, by the
fantastic.
way.
Three
Sorry, Paul.
legit 4.5-star matches. It was great. And Cheeseburger was on there too.
Cheeseburger!
Cheeseburger!
God damn, I love that guy.
He's over.
Okay, so Wrestle Kingdom out the way. Obviously, the next pay-per-view is going to be the Royal Rumble. We talked about Brock Lesnar coming back. You've talked about Roman Reigns having to defend that title. What are the thoughts on this, and who's Lesnar going to be facing?
Okay,
Lesnar's
I just
in the Rumble.
Yeah, I just gotta say that I really like this idea conceptually. Like the world title match rumbles from like the early '90s were kind of cool. And especially since he's going in with it, and like this is basically the only like underdog story you can tell with him while still making him like a crazy badass and eliminates like 15 fucking people or whatever.
I want Bray Wyatt to win so fucking bad.
Yep.
Just to swerve everyone.
Yep.
Oh my
Me
god!
too.
I just want Heath Slater to win just to swerve.
Well, Bray Wyatt is a little bit more star power than Heath Slater, but because Bray Wyatt keeps saying, he keeps tweeting, "Down with the machine at the Rumble, we'll take our." He's been doing this for like 2 weeks now.
But
I've
Heath
He's
Slater
been
has
doing
a
it for 4 years.
I have
Pretty
said,
much, yeah.
I have said since SummerSlam, either Bray or Brock is winning that Rumble. Now, the only other
Oh,
person
he's
that could
not.
win it now is Triple H.
It's
Bray,
John
Brock, or
Cena.
Triple H.
Triple H is my pick.
No, Triple H is my pick too, because it makes the most sense. You have a rematch going into Fastlane. Roman gets screwed from there, and then you go into WrestleMania with them.
I just like to point out, I've actually looked up the bookies on this. AJ Styles, Nakamura, Sami Zayn all have better odds of winning than Randy Orton, Big Show.
Well, I would hope Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's dead.
Randy Orton's a trash can away from being Christopher Reeves.
What I love is that
End the show!
Fuck.
Close it down!
I'm tweeting that right now. That's amazing.
oh my god.
Tweet that
Do
shit
it.
to Randy Orton.
Do you know what? I'm going to tag him.
If he actually sees that, he would probably like it.
No, but honestly, I think they're gonna do what they wanted to do with Punk, where someone throws him out and then he gets Triple H. I don't know. Triple H is either gonna win or he's gonna pull Reigns out. Lesnar wins the title. You can have Lesnar versus Cena for the title at Mania. It's gonna put asses in the seats. Reigns versus Triple H as the undercard match. I think that's where it's gonna lay.
I hope not.
Cena's not winning a third. Sorry.
Cena at Mania wins his 16th title from Brock Lesnar. I just think
No.
Cena's got a better shot than fucking Bray Wyatt does.
You're wrong.
Hey, I would love to see Bray Wyatt win.
Hey, say what you will about
Waited
Heath Slater, but his southern accent's real.
Yeah. And I bet you he has more wins in 2016 than Bray Wyatt does.
He has more wins than Seth Rollins in 2015.
That's true.
If I
Heath Slater beat Seth Rollins in 2015.
Who is Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania opponent this year?
Yeah, Paul Heyman.
himself.
Yeah, he's gonna wrestle. He's gonna wrestle an invisible bear. There we go.
Yes.
Or he'll pull a Dean Ambrose and just bring in
The Rock.
and just suplex that shit.
I think
The Rock was my thought. And I
The
hope
Rock.
not.
Rock isn't wrestling. Come on, guys.
I'm sorry.
Don't-
The minute The Rock said, "Hey, I'll be there," and they're having Brock come out and cut a promo next week, he's gonna call out The Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Rock is definitely
Rematch.
not getting in that fucking ring with
No,
Brock
he's not.
Lesnar.
No, this like the WrestleMania is in between two films of his. He cannot afford to get destroyed by Brock Lesnar.
The guy is going to make $60 million this year off of movies. You think he's worried about wrestling? He's going to say, "Fuck you, Vince." Like, what are you going to give me? $100,000, bro?
Yeah. To get in there with a legit killer. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. Put him in there with Bray Wyatt. There you go. There's your Bray Wyatt spot.
This man will eat
Most
my
The
other
Rock
dog.
might do-
You guys don't see Bray Wyatt sitting in a corner and just letting Strowman, Harper, and Rowan eliminate a bunch of motherfuckers. I think that's
You
gonna
may see that happening for about
You mean-
6 minutes, and then they all get thrown out by
you
Roman
mean
Reigns.
exactly what happened with CM Punk in the Nexus.
Yes, and then Daniel Bryan's going to come back, and
No,
everyone's
no.
going to hate Roman again.
But the difference, Chris, is this is with talented people.
Oh,
I actually think that I would love to see a matchup of I'd love to see Bryan come back and win the title.
Against Skip Sheffield. Yeah, Bryan versus
Boo, boo. I'm a huge Daniel Bryan mark. But
Dude,
boo.
shut up for a second and let me finish talking. We get the corporate Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns.
oh, you mean the angle we spoke about before, where they had to let him wrestle if he agreed to be corporate?
Yeah.
I could be okay with that.
I would actually book it as I'd have Cena Taker, I would have Reigns Bryan, I'd have Owens Lesnar, I would have
Let me guess, Balor.
I would have Ambrose Triple H.
I can't think of a match I want to see less than Owens Lesnar, like in the world.
Yeah, me too.
It's literally like Kevin Owens is the bully that steals your lunch. Brock Lesnar's the bully that steals your money.
I expect
More like your life.
Kalisto versus Owens at Mania is like your first match. Kalisto Owens could be your opening match.
I see that as a pre-show, to be honest. If they're having Lesnar on the card and Taker, who's Taker wrestling? Did we
Cena.
forget about his old ass?
Cena.
He's winning the title.
Cena versus.
What about him winning the title? If they're going to take it off,
I thought it was Cena versus Reigns.
not?
I thought that's.
why not?
Cena Reigns.
Alvarez. That's Alvarez's pick. Brad Alvarez said, "Who's going to win it? Taker." Granted, he was drunk when he said it, but still, he said it.
Seth Rollins comebacks with one leg, starts a pirate gimmick, wins the whole fucking thing.
Paul Burchill then later
God.
sues for gimmick infringement.
Yeah,
Don't
I
laugh
think-
at Paul Burchill. He was a real thing.
yes, he was a real thing.
I think the Mexicals will win the Royal Rumble. And, split it between them.
A New Day, sure.
Wait,
No,
so
no,
this is the thing.
No.
You're going to have New Day, League of Nations, and the Wyatt family all in the Rumble. Everyone's just going to be helping each other. It's not going to make any sense.
You may also have the family in there. Roman
Oh.
Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Usos.
Every Rumble of the late 90s had like 16 factions helping each other.
Here you go. Here is my bold prediction for the 15th month in a row. Dean Ambrose heel turn at the Royal Rumble.
You can't go wrong now. You might as well just keep going with it. It's gonna happen.
15 months straight.
Eventually he will turn, I suppose. So,
Yeah,
he
I
will-
can't wait until it's like 53 months straight.
Wow.
No, sir. Dean Ambrose is retired. No, he's gonna fucking heel turn. He'll come back and like attack Vince McMahon, or like dig him up in his grave and fucking power drive him.
Dude, the fact that Dean Ambrose broke his neck is a complete work, bro.
Can we just take a moment? Sorry, I heard someone say Vince McMahon there. Can we take a moment and just acknowledge how buff he is for a 70-year-old man?
Yeah. Everyone gets tested like Billy Gunn except Vince McMahon himself.
Exactly. Like, he came out in that referee vest, and I'm like, what the fuck, Vince? Like, his arms are bigger than my head. And he's 70.
You have a big head, too.
Yeah, thanks. I do, it's true. But his arms are bigger than Cade's, and that's saying a lot.
I would take
Mine
it.
are bigger than Cade. So,
Yeah, but you're smaller than Cade.
so doesn't matter.
compact. You're
Doesn't
compact.
matter.
Hey, we're not talking about the cruiserweight division, Paul.
Hey.
All my cruiserweights are 220 and under. Technically, I'm a heavyweight, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay. Here's
His
a funnel.
stats. He's gonna start wearing a towel on his head during the podcast.
One,
No, I'm gonna
here's
be like Crash Holly. No, I'm gonna be Crash Holly. I'm gonna have a fucking scale with me, and
Dude, you can't be Crash Holly. You're way past 27.
I'm the super heavyweight. I'm as tall as him, so.
James Belmont has tweeted in saying corporate Daniel Bryan against Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns gets shit on again, even though he's the babyface. Bad plan.
Yeah, Daniel
bad
Bryan's
plan.
gonna be over no matter what he
No
does.
matter
he,
what.
he can put
It's
on
like
a
what-
suit.
It's like Seth Rollins. He's gonna be over no matter what when he comes back.
Yeah, they started the face turn with him though because he didn't say anything too crazy on the Slammies and he thanked the fans. So
Yeah, of course.
that was the start of the turn of Seth Rollins.
I think it's time that we just accept that Daniel Bryan's done.
I know he's
Yep.
done.
Well, even he said it's like, you know, at this point in time, either he's done with WWE or they just finish him and he goes into training with these guys at NXT.
Who's he's gonna go wrestle? Everyone now he wants to wrestle's coming here.
Pretty much.
The only other
Oh, no, he's still
person
got
that he
Okada.
said, the only other person he said that he wants to wrestle and that wants to wrestle him back is Kurt Angle.
Oh,
By the way,
Okay.
you give me a triple threat at WrestleMania of Kurt Angle, Nakamura, and Daniel Bryan, and I'm good.
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta say, fucking Draws has a higher chance of being cleared than those two guys.
No.
Draws is neck.
Dude,
better
Draws
shape
lives
than both of those
25
guys.
minutes north of me. 25 minutes north of me. Draws
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, go tell
Him and Randy Orton are gonna go play murder ball in their wheelchairs.
Is Rey Mysterio going to be with them?
Who can lift their arms the highest? I can.
No.
An arm lifting contest.
It'll be Orton.
Yeah, but then he tears
I'm sorry, but when you said draws, did anyone else do the D-Lo head shake, or was it just
Yep.
was it just me doing that?
Like,
Oh,
I
God.
don't see a possible world where Kurt Angle gets cleared after his, 18 neck fusions.
With a broken frickin' neck for the past 18 years.
Yes.
There's a reason why it
wanna
keeps
go-
breaking.
Yeah, the first time that he broke his neck, Lammy wasn't even born. So I mean, come on.
I would like to see EC3 come over. That's my next guy. I hope. I think
No,
they would.
there's enough. There's enough.
I would love Lethal to come
You
over,
know.
but they would fucking ruin him so fast.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good.
God damn it! Put him with the New Day.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the only way Lethal comes across is if I get Lethal Consequences again. Lethal Consequences.
Yeah, there's already too many guys, because, I mean, you're already going to have guys like Apollo Crews and La Sombra get lost in the shuffle as it is. So, I mean, yeah, there's too much going on right now.
Do you think a brand split would work now?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, very much so.
But here's a question for you guys. With so many guys coming in now, so many top-tier guys, obviously more money is being split for them, obviously more money is being given to them. Do you see a large release again from WWE where we have 10 people being released at the same time?
Yes, yeah, after WrestleMania, completely. Absolutely. Expect all the social outcasts to be gone.
All the social now. Bo Dallas has family there. He's staying.
No, he's also only 22.
Fuck Bo.
Sandow.
That guy.
Sandow.
Bo Dallas is only like 22 years old. They'll dump him back in NXT.
No, Sandow's gone.
Yep.
Dude, Bo Dallas can't work on his body. You think they're gonna put him in anything major? Like, dude, you have one job. It's to work the fuck out.
You are a wrestler.
Yeah, and wearing the white trunks makes him look like a roly-poly baby in a diaper.
Dude, he looks alright. I'm a dad. I don't fucking work out. I don't wrestle. And I think my fucking gut is smaller than his when I'm wearing, like, just boxers. This dude looks like he robbed a Krispy Kreme and then poured fucking coffee all over his head and shirt.
And then just runs with his thumbs in the air saying, I'm so good.
I think it's weird that, like, fans are okay with huge fat guys, like real fat guys like Kevin Owens, but are freaked out by, like, little fat guys.
Well, hold on. You look at Kevin Owens, and the guy can... in my opinion, I like Kevin Owens. You know, the guy
love Kevin Owens.
In that ring.
I like
fucking Canadian.
I think it's weird.
You know what? Hey, you and me one day. One day when we meet, I swear to God, I'm going to scoop slam your skinny ass to the fucking floor.
I'm not that skinny. I have a doughy midsection, and my shirt's going to get stuck to it.
Your shorts will get stuck on my biceps.
He'll get slammed and then immediately pull his shirt down real quick.
Yes.
When he said skinny ass, I immediately thought he was talking about me.
I don't even know what you look like.
Do you think Bo Dallas wears his t-shirt into the ocean?
Yep.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, of course he does, because then he comes out with that wet look and then runs to the ring.
He's a shirt swimmer.
That's the only place he runs is to the ring.
And I've noticed this. I mean, you look back at the last run that Rey Mysterio had with WWE, and he wore a t-shirt to the ring because he was starting to get a little portly.
Portly, probably a good word, yeah. I will say, though, Kevin Owens, I do like Owens as much as you guys, but he could do with losing some weight.
Yeah,
but the whole thing is Corbin.
But he is, though. By the looks of it, like, you look at his arms, you look at his physique, he is losing weight.
He's actually getting biceps.
Yes, I can actually see shoulders on him now.
Yes. I think he'll always keep the gut because he wants that image. Of just a regular badass guy.
It was confusing because he came in NXT and looked a lot lighter, and then he looked a lot fatter all of a sudden, and that was kind of gone back.
HD cameras.
Yeah.
Well,
camera adds 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
We just had a tweet come in saying that Mark Henry will be on the future endeavors list.
Yeah, no. They'll put him in NXT as a trainer. That guy's already a scout for them, so there's no way they're getting rid of Mark Henry.
I think Mark Henry gets Hall of Fame this year.
I hope. I love Mark Henry. I think his Hall of Pain run in 5 years ago now was amazing.
I like that really weird match you had with Taker at WrestleMania.
Of course you do.
I love. Listen, his retirement speech before Money in the Bank.
Oh my God!
He should have won the title. I was at Money in the Bank in Philly. The crowd was actually on their feet for Henry. He should have won the title. Even if he lost it the next night, that dude deserved the title after that retirement speech.
Yeah, Mark deserved one of those, like, 1 day to 1 month title reigns.
Yeah. Fuck, you put it on Sheamus.
Come on, that salmon suit. Oh, there was money.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. Dude, the tears, everything, the boots. Oh, man, I was like, yeah, this... I initially thought, I'm like, my God, he's actually going to retire. And then all of a sudden he turned, I was like silent for like 10 minutes. I was like, beautiful.
That is the most pro wrestling that surprised me in like 5 years.
I have to say Mark Henry probably has a job for life.
Yeah, Mark Henry's already in the my buddy who was trying out for WWE. Mark Henry's already in the scouting department, so he's going to stay.
Yeah, he does scouting. He does a lot of stuff in India, actually. I think he's doing a lot of scouting, and I think he's opening up a gym or something in there too.
Does
or
a lot of
something.
Olympic scouting too.
Yeah.
And honestly, who has the balls to go up to him and say, "Hey, Mark, sorry, you're fired"?
Now, do I think they reworked his contract?
No.
He's not going to make what he makes as a wrestler, but he's WWE for life. That guy.
I
kidding.
agree with the concept of putting him in the Hall of Fame, especially in Texas.
Yes.
No,
That was my thoughts. You did it this year.
You can tell Michael Hayes to do it. He'd love to.
Now, what are your guys' thoughts on Vader doing his Hall of Fame tweets?
Big Von Vader. I think it's time that you get into a Royal Rumble match. Everybody see that Vine? Yeah, you did. You did, and you know who I'm talking about.
Oh no, I haven't seen
Oh
it.
God, I gotta
He
find
is the
it.
last one I'd want to see in the ring.
Oh no, Van Vader. Yeah, he's Hall of Fame. Definitely Hall of Fame. Just for being on
Hall
Boy
of
Meets
Fame,
World.
yes, but never
Just for
fucking
being on
ring.
Boy Meets World, being Frankie's uncle. You're in the Hall of Fame.
Can we put,
Only you would remember that.
since it's Texas, can we put Stan Hansen in?
Yep.
Can we get the Freebirds finally?
Yeah, Freebird. Does Sting get in? Does I'd put New Day in.
Yeah, do it now, right now.
How funny would that be? That'd be fucking classic.
Honestly, I would love to see the Freebirds though this year. It seems right. I know Paul wanted it last year too, but
I think this
I
year
want
they
it every
did it.
year.
Yeah,
Dude,
I think this year
Every
they.
time-
Fucking year I want it. So.
Do they induct Jimmy Garvin in there so it looks less sad?
No, Jimmy Garvin does
All right.
not get in.
No, honestly though, in all seriousness, this has to be Owen Hart's year. Has to be.
Has to be.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
No,
I will
no.
put money. I'll put money on it. Naomi's in there before Owen Hart.
No, you know
Yeah.
why? No, you know
That
you wanna-
DVD was
Yeah,
a
the
huge
DVD.
hurdle. Huge hurdle.
The DVD's what tells us that they're looking to do something with him.
I swear to God, if they release an Owen Hart Hall of Fame shirt, I'm buying like 15 of them in every size. So as I get fatter every year, it'll fucking fit me.
Wow, that's
Oh,
success.
wow.
intense.
That's investing.
That's my favorite wrestler of all time.
I
I'm
think
glad
it
you're
really
honest
comes
about
down-
your future.
Hey,
it really comes down
I'm a dad, dude. Who do I have to impress? I'm a
I think
dad.
it
Who am
does
I
come
impressing?
down, though. I think it does come down to his widow.
Yeah, his widow was a big
Whether
deal to
she
do with that.
and
Yeah, but she
she's
signed
going
off
to do
on the movie. She signed off on the
yeah,
movie.
and
so.
that was a big thing because she's hated them for years.
Well, it was the same. It was the same concept with Macho Man's brother. He was also he didn't want to release a lot of stuff for him to go into the Hall of Fame. Otherwise, he would have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago.
Now Macho Man's in Fallout, so what the fuck do we know?
You're damn
I
right he
know.
is. Oh yeah.
Gonna fucking claw your face off.
I'm just looking at Roman, making him look strong.
Before we head off, because obviously tonight's show's a little bit shorter, as a couple of us are ill. I want to say thank you to obviously everyone who's kind of kept in contact over the last 2 weeks. We've had a bit of a quiet patch because it was Christmas and New Year. We are going to be doing shows each week. We have got a lot of things coming. Tweets that are going to be going out from the Levels of Wrestling account. I am not promising that you will not be offended by them. I'm going back to tweeting how we used to. We're going to make fun of things. We're
Like
not
Randy Orton.
just like Randy Orton and Draws and D'Lo's neck wiggle. We're going to go back to doing that because people miss that kind of stuff, I've been told. So we're going to do that. We're
You
not
mad,
just... What?
I said, are you mad, Draws, that he can do this?
We're not just an infomercial. We want to give you guys good content as well on Twitter as well as on our podcasts. So please stick with us. Keep an eye out. Don't be offended. If you're offended, just tell us and then laugh it off. Right? Because I'm not going to say sorry anymore. On that note, guys, we've come to the end of the show. Does anyone have stuff they want to plug? Cade, we'll start with you first.
Oh, you always start with the best one there is. So screw you, Paul. You guys can follow.
Triple W something something.
WWF.
Make sure you catch www.mindofcarnage.com. You can check out news, wrestling, information, recaps on there. Obviously, I try to keep it as updated as I possibly can, considering I am majority the only one doing it right now. But 2016 will be a big year for Mind of Carnage. I promise you guys that. And make sure to follow me at Twitter at Mind of Carnage, and you can follow me on YouTube as well. Anya at Mind of Carnage. And I promise to see about getting a little bit more of a concrete schedule with my podcast. I'm a little bit all over the place right now, but hopefully soon, I will get something grounded.
How about you get something like a shirt?
Jumping over to Mr. 90s baseball cap. And Plug away, my friend.
All right, every Monday night, starting this Monday back up. I took a week off because I was hungover. So this Monday night will be the 2016 premiere of Rant with Ant. Tomorrow night, you can catch a huge Wrestle Addict, starting off with a huge announcement of a guest that you will find out tomorrow. I won't be there. Paul will be holding it down. He'll echo my thoughts on Nakamura. WrestleAddict.com has a lot of fresh content. We got some new writers. The podcasts are up there. And, yeah, fuck your mom.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be on the show, too, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, Kate, I didn't even...
Fucking skinny fucker.
See? No one knows that because my phone has 85 fucking missed texts from the wrestling chat, so I have no clue who's on what show anymore.
Okay, we're going to talk about this. We're going to have a meeting. We'll let our followers know. We'll let you guys know. We'll talk about it and get it all sorted, okay? I promise.
Thank you. Yeah, hey, yo, Big Craig, we got an organizer in there?
We got an organizer. Yep. Guys, keep an eye out over the next week as well on levelsofwrestling.blogspot.com. I'm going to start putting more articles up there. We're going to have a little bit more of a creative kind of blog there. Probably just throwing ideas out, seeing what people think, and if you don't like them, fuck you. So, there we go. Guys, this has been a great show. I've enjoyed having everyone on. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for listening. iTunes, Podbean, Spreaker, the app. Don't forget as well, if you haven't got the app, download it off the Google Store. Just search Levels of Wrestling. Head over to TeePublic, grab a shirt, support the Low family. We'll hopefully have some new t-shirt designs up there soon. And of course, don't forget to stay on the level, guys. We've been the Levels of Wrestling. This has been LoWdown. See you next week.
Drop
Heath Slater for champ!
Damn it!